Anybody that says Clayton Kershaw is not a playoff pitcher anymore, I don't want to hear it anymore. Clayton Kershaw in these two World Series games that he's pitched, game number 1 and game number 5, he was absolutely sensational in both of these games. So anybody that says if the Dodgers win a World Series this year, I don't want to hear it because it's COVID. I don't want to hear that they weren't at full. There were teams not at full strength. I don't want to hear that. Clayton Kershaw, to me, has been the best pitcher in this series. So if they win a World Series, he could be the MVP of the World Series. So I want to know you guys' opinion. Obviously, watching the Dodgers in Tampa, a lot of people have Tampa winning because coming from the American League, they went through the harder league. You had to go through the Yankees, then you had to go through Houston. What really stands out to you, Jeff, in this particular series, being that the Dodgers are up 3-2 right now against Tampa?
Oh man, I mean, there's so many things that you could choose, of what stands out. Well, one to me would be baseball players don't care about payroll. If you can get a collection of guys that love baseball and want to play baseball, it doesn't matter that the Dodgers have 4 $300 million players on their team, and what Mookie Betts made this year alone was the entire salary for the Tampa Bay Rays team. Baseball players don't care, and good players will find a way to win, and Tampa is just filled with just good, solid baseball players. And I actually think I don't think Kershaw will be MVP. It'll either be Seager or Betts or maybe even Turner. But, does Snell pitch tonight or is it tomorrow? When do they play, tonight or tomorrow?
I think
they don't play tonight. They play tomorrow, I believe.
They play tomorrow, and Snell pitches tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right, and Snell has been equally as good, or at least through that one start, equally as good as Kershaw has been. And so with Snell pitching tomorrow, I really expect Tampa to, they got their backs against the wall, and Snell's been great the whole time. And I think Tampa will win Game 6, and I think it's been a great series no matter who wins. I think that we can all agree it's been great because the Yankees aren't there.
You're an idiot.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah, I agree. I think Game 4 was one of those games. Every World Series, you remember specific things that you carry with you. Okay, as a kid, I remember, I think it was Dane Orge getting a hit to score Jim Sulberg, and the Royals came back to beat the Cardinals in Game 6 in 1985 and then going on to win the World Series. I obviously remember, Mookie Wilson getting that hit or an error, and Kevin Mitchell scoring on a wild pitch. There's certain things that, stand out in your memory forever. And Game 4 was one of those games. Azzareno, I call him AstraZeneca because I really didn't know how to say his name, but Azzareno is the only one on Tampa Bay that's really hit. If you look, they had 202 against the Yankees in this series. They had 201 against Houston. So they're not doing it with much offense. And even throughout the year, most of these guys had, batting averages of, barely over 200. So they really identify with the team aspect because there's nothing that they do great offensively, but they score enough to win. They're great defensively. They don't beat themselves. They don't make any mistakes. And if you're a kid watching these guys play, you have something to really model yourself after. And that's not always something MLB could set.
No, I agree with you. And again, the MLB, even though I'm not a big Rob Manfred fan, this was to me the best. I didn't want to see Houston, even though a lot of people, I know I went back and forth in the last series. I wanted to see Houston play the Dodgers because they can't stand each other. But this was, to me, the best series, the best matchup that people wanted to see, besides the Yankees and the Dodgers, which the Yankees, obviously, they choked. They choked against a team that they should have beaten. But Tampa is still a quality team, even though they have the third lowest salary in all of baseball. They've played very, very well throughout the playoffs. They have great pitching. They have a great bullpen. Their bullpen has really cost them in a couple of these games. It really has. Their strength.
Do you both not feel this is like one of the greatest David versus Goliath stories you've seen in a bunch of scrappy, no-name guys in Tampa versus, a team with the highest, payroll in baseball. And, every guy is making $300 million on the Dodgers. And it's just so terrific to see, a young, scrappy group of guys, however long they're going to be together. All the big-name teams will probably, pillage this team for all their good players and pay them a ton of money, which is their right.
Right.
But, it's great to see just a bunch of hard-working dudes. I get Mark's point. Okay, they're hitting 200 and this and that. They're fighting, man, and they're playing hard, and I think that's terrific.
Yep. No, I totally agree. I think it's outstanding to watch. And, I mean, it just goes to show you, you don't have to be the greatest hitter. You don't have to be the best fielder, but you have to know all levels of the game, and you have to do everything kind of well, and Tampa Bay really does. And when you're talking about Kershaw, Kershaw reminds me a lot of what they used to say about Maddox and Glavine, both guys who were always in the postseason but had career losses, a losing record in the postseason for their career. And if you look at Kershaw, he's had moments. I know against the Mets in Game 4, 2015, he pitched great. So he's had moments, but if the Dodgers didn't come back from 3-1 against the Braves, and his legacy this year would have been getting knocked out in Game 5. So he's really picked himself up in the World Series, and I think himself, he realized he got a second chance here, and he's made the most of it in those World Series because he's looked terrific.
I also want to see the Dodgers win, not because I'm from New York and I don't want to see an LA team win, but the Dodgers haven't won since, what was it, 1988? I mean, that's
88. And they should have never won in 88 anyway. Mets were a lot better than them. And the Athletics were a lot better than them.
Yeah, but again, I want to see the Dodgers win. They've been crawling for the last couple of years. They've had one of the best teams to me, besides the Yankees. They've had the best team in professional baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And unfortunately, they've just come out short. Now they have an opportunity now to win a World Series, and if they want to end it, I would try to end it tomorrow. I do not want it to go to a Game 7. If it goes to a Game 7.
You want a Game 7? Of course,
a guy like Errol wants to see the Dodgers. You're one of those big payroll idiots. That's why you like this.
Hold on. You're calling me a payroll idiot, you moron?
Well, listen, let me pose another question to you, I guess. I don't know. Am I the linchpin to greatness, right? I'm in Boston. They're winning championships. They're controlling the world. I'm in Tampa now. Rays are in the World Series. Lightning have won the Stanley Cup.
Oh, here he goes.
Brady comes down here. Right? Like, am I the linchpin to greatness? Is Tampa now the center of the universe is really what I'm asking.
Oh, so you're saying the reason why Brady went to Tampa is you?
Listen, I really... Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen me and Tom Brady in the room at the same time?
No.
How do you know we're different people?
I don't want to throw up. I just don't want to throw up.
Get him to move to East Rutherford.
No, he wouldn't move to East Rutherford. No way. You see Jeff over there by the Jets. He'll probably throw up, and he probably got potty trained over there in East Rutherford.
I mean, do you think it's a coincidence that all of a sudden I'm here now, and now the Tampa is terrific?
Hold on 1 second. You said you don't want to be there anymore. You want to move back to where you're from. Did you not?
No. I didn't say I didn't want to be here. I didn't say I didn't want to be here. That's not true.
I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
This is such a great town. Right, and you guys should want that as well. As Yankee fans, you should want that as well. Imagine having your spring training facility being that close to greatness.
Oh God, give me a break.
You're in Tampa.
Yeah.
Can you guys imagine being the team that
Tampa's not winning, buddy?
In the town of greatness.
Tampa's not winning this year. I'm not talking about the Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not winning this year. I guarantee it. I guarantee
you. How can you say that? They're terrific.
They'll be terrific until the playoffs start. You'll see what happens.
Who's a team that's clearly better than them right now? Like, clearly so much better than them right now.
In where? In what division?
In the NFC.
In the NFC, you say.
Who do I think?
You got to think about it. There isn't one.
Well, there's no, again, and I know that's what you're going to say. Well, there isn't one. But Yeah. You got to look at all the teams. You can't just say there isn't one. And again,
You
I'm not.
don't have to look at all the teams because you don't have to look at AFC teams. Who's the team to beat in the NFC?
Honestly, Chicago.
No, I don't.
Dude, you just lost all credibility.
Why?
Like, Chicago
Why?
is the worst. Chicago is the worst
Really?
team I have ever seen.
Really, I like Chicago. I like Chicago. And Green Bay.
You would. You can't. You don't know what's good at all. So you would.
Oh, I don't know what's good at all. So you're going to tell me Chicago when Chicago beats the hell out of the Rams tonight and they go 6-1 and they have the second best record in football. You're not going to be saying that. Okay?
No chance. Chicago beats the Rams tonight. No chance.
No chance. Really?
No chance.
Well, who's the home team?
Yeah, really.
Who's the home team?
I don't care about home team.
Wait, hold on. Who won? Who beat who a couple of weeks ago? The Chicago Bears or the Buccaneers? Who won?
Yeah, they got robbed.
Who won?
They got robbed.
Who won? I don't want to hear who robbed.
Let me ask you a question. Are Super Bowls won in September or are they won in February?
You're absolutely right, and I still think Chicago, if they play them in the playoffs, they'll beat them again. I think Chicago's a better team.
That was an ugly game, though. But, the Bears did beat them. But here, Errol, I'll say this. They got to play the Saints again. And playing them in Tampa, that'll probably be the game where they lost to them in week 1. So I think that's still – and the Bears are the only other loss. So they still got to beat the Saints, I think, in order to get over the fact that, there's another team in that division that has beaten them, and they have not beaten them yet.
Well – going back to who I think could beat the Buccaneers. I think Chicago could beat them. They beat them already. I'd like to see
they beat them. They beat them already. But let me ask you this, because there's an experiment going on right now, and I will give you this: it could go wrong. But Chicago beat Tampa without Antonio Brown.
Oh, could you stop with this Antonio Brown? Antonio Brown hasn't been on the field in over a year. He hasn't stepped on the field.
It's not going to make a difference as a third and fourth option beyond Gronk, Evans, and Godwin.
They're trying to buy Tampa's trying to buy their championship. If you don't look, bring in Leonard Fournette, bring in all these guys. Stop what? Gronk? What are you kidding me?
First of all, stop it, Yankee fan, for complaining about trying to buy
Yankee. What does this have anything to? First of all, this has nothing to do with the Yankees.
You're complaining.
The Buccaneers are trying to buy their championship. You go from Gronk. Go ahead, bro. Who are you going to bring next? Who are you going to bring? Michael Thomas? You might as well trade for him. Bring him to the team. It's ridiculous, the players that they're bringing to the team. You have Antonio Brown. You have Evans. You have Godwin. You have all these guys. Why do you need all these players? You know why? Because Tom can't do it without superstars around him. That's why. Now we can't. Now we can't. He's not. Tom Brady's not the same Tom Brady. He's not. And
yes, he's probably not, but I also don't want to hear
you and me could throw 5 touchdowns in a game with the weapons he has. Give me a break. He's got all these weapons. All these weapons.
That's fine. Right, and it's working. And it's working.
Me and you could. I'm telling you, I could be the quarterback of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And not to mention, up until this point, Godwin and Evans haven't been on the field together at all this year. Not one game. Not one. They've both. One of them has been hurt each time. So they've never had a full complement of weapons so far this year.
Oh, so having Miller, having Godwin, having Evans, now Antonio Brown, Gronkowski. Let's just go on. Fournette. Jones, just keep adding. Let's just say,
say whatever you want about. You can say whatever you want about Leonard Fournette. No one else wanted him. He was cut off a team. And
hold on. There were 3 teams that wanted Leonard Fournette. He went to the best team that gives him the best chance to win. Don't give me this crap.
Okay.
Don't give me this crap that nobody wanted Leonard Fournette.
That was his choice.
Yeah, but don't give me that crap that nobody wanted Leonard Fournette. That's a lie.
Hey, let me get in here real quick. So it's
also Tampa's problem that the players choose that.
Why are you sticking? You're a Patriot fan, not a Buccaneers fan.
Hey guys,
this is Foxborough South.
Oh, give me a break.
This is South Foxborough. That's where the stadium is, South Foxborough.
Give me a break.